I know they say, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. I have something to say. I know, it's social media. We don't really know what's going on. Sometimes people just say things. It's very, very one-sided and very, very like, you only see a small amount and only what they decide to show you. Okay, I do know that. However, I've seen this a number of times, but I'm going to talk about one instance. I saw someone talking on their social media thing, which they started doing as a job with horses. So, you know, I was watching horse YouTube channels, whatever, having a good old time in my life. And they had one video where they went to go do something in the field with their horse. And before they got there, they had to take a break in the field and just sit there for a minute because they felt like they were going to faint. And I started reading the comments, which I don't normally do. But sometimes I just gotta. So I started reading the comments, and this influencer has also been like in the comments responding to people, and people are saying things and asking questions and whatever, and then this influencer is saying things back and blah, 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 blah. But one of the things that she said that has stuck in my mind and has bothered me probably most out of anything I've ever heard or seen or done in the last 20 years is she said, I was just diagnosed with POTS, and it's hard to hear that I have something like this and that, you know, in the next 5 years, by then I'm just going to be like only using a cane to get around, and that basically that it's just going to get more and more progressively worse is how I understood. And that it could be true, but probably not. Usually you can, with POTS, which I'm going to use air quotes here because there are several different kinds of POTS. So POTS is a kind of dysautonomia, right? So if you are like, oh, I have POTS because I have a heart condition and my body's going to be failing me, that's not necessarily true. You can work out with POTS. You can get better with POTS. You can put your symptoms into pretty close to remission. But the whole thing is that your nervous system is whacked out, right? So you can heal your nervous system. That's the core root. And there's things you can do to strengthen, if you will, your nervous system. Somehow this girl has the impression she's been diagnosed with this thing and that she's not going to be able to do a lot of things and lose a lot of her mobility in the next 5 years. Not necessarily. It just broke my little heart. For people not to have hope, I think is one of the worst things ever.